Right folks, we're back. It's time for the starting 11 prediction show for Saturday's game away at Hamilton. We're finally back. Celtic are finally back. I think if I had to watch another 5 minutes of Scotland, I wouldn't make it to Saturday. So it's brilliant to have the Celtic back. Coming into this game, brilliant form obviously after the great win at Ibrox. 4 out of 4 in the league, scoring a lot of goals, as we've touched on in the content before the break. Averages more than 3 goals a game. This is obviously the first game we've played this season on an artificial pitch. It's going to be interesting to see how Neil Lennon's changing style impacts these sort of games. Obviously, the style under Rodgers was such an emphasis on possession. We did struggle at times in these games where teams were sitting deep and we were having to move the ball because obviously it slows the ball down. But I think we're going to be a wee bit more direct than we've seen last season on artificial surfaces. So I think that should stand us in good stead and in great form against Hamilton. I think we should be fine. Onto the team. In goals, Fraser Foster, obviously 100 clean sheets for Celtic at Ibrox. What a place to get it. What a game to get it. Probably the easiest clean sheet he's ever had, so he'll continue in goals. Onto defence, this is where Neil Lennon has got a bit of a headache this week. I've heard some people saying we'll keep the same team as the Ibrox game. We're not going to be able to do that, and it's primarily because of the injuries we've got in defence. On the right hand side of the defence at right back, I'm going to go with a full debut for Moritz Bauer. We've seen him at Ibrox coming on for the last maybe 25 minutes or so. I thought he'd done well, so I think he'll get a start in this one. On to centre half again, we've got Ayer still out, I think, with the groin injury. Beaton's out with his hamstring. Jozo's still out with a knee problem, I think, so we're really struggling for centre halves. So I think it will be the centre-half pairing that finished the game at Ibrox with Hatem El Ahmed alongside Christopher Jullien. Again, a pairing that's more than capable in this game. It's going to be interesting to see if we can get any of those injured players back in time for the Rennes game, which is obviously huge, and it'll be much tougher away from home against good European opposition, because El Ahmed and Jullien, they've done really well at Ibrox. Obviously El Ahmed stepped him in once Beaton went off. I thought they looked strong. I think El Ahmed is obviously carrying a bit of an injury as well, so that's a concern for us. I think he's able to play through it just now, but we are still a wee bit short just with injuries. I think we've got numbers there. We've just got 3 centre-halves out at one time, so I think it'll be El Ahmed alongside Jullien. Left back, Ball and Golly. Greg Taylor's obviously in now. I think this gives Neil Lennon a great option. They're going to push each other. I think they're both good players. Bolly growing into a Celtic jersey. Obviously, we've seen his performance at Ibrox, probably the best performance he's had so far since he arrived at the club. So I do expect him to continue, and Greg Taylor can maybe work his way into the team in the coming weeks. We've got a lot of games coming up this month, both Europa League, Scottish Premiership matches. We've got a Betfred Cup tie coming up as well. So plenty of scope for guys to get game time. But I think Ball and Golly will start at left back in this one. On to midfield, I think Scott Brown is going to continue there. Much more like his old self at Ibrox. Thought he was brilliant. He really drove the team. It seems like every time we write him off, he comes back fighting, and it was so good to see that fight in him last Sunday at Ibrox. Alongside him, Callum McGregor, who's obviously one of the Scotland boys who's been away, had a tough time, 2 really poor results. He'll have to put that to the back of his mind and come in and hit the ground running again in a Celtic shirt. Expect him to play alongside Brown, and in front of Brian Christie, another one who's away with Scotland. I think his form that he's brought this season makes him an absolute shoe-in in there. Tom Rogic is back in full training. He's likely to be back on the bench, I would think, in the next, either on Saturday or maybe next week. So good to have Rogic coming back again. We've almost forgotten about him, and we've not seen him since the back end of last season. So he's a good player to have in there. Christie's playing really well though, and I think that's his position just now. But again, as I say, so many games coming up, and I think we will see Rogic reintroduced into the team at some stage this month. The right hand side, James Forrest, on a real good bit of form just before the international break. Obviously didn't have his best game at Ibrox. Very good defensively though. He was tracking back, he was winning free kicks, very diligent in his defensive work. Not his best game in a creative sense, but I think he'll start out on the right hand side on this one. On the left hand side, it's another debut Full debut for Mohamed El Younousi. Mikey Johnson is out with a groin strain, so I think he's hoping to be back for the Rennes game. This is a great opportunity for El Younousi to start, and a great game for him to come in against Hamilton when the team's in good form. And I'm so excited to see him in a Celtic shirt. I think he could be a great player for us over the course of this season. So debut for El Younousi. Up top, the main man, Odsonne Edouard, played 2, scored 4 for France under 21s in the break. There's murmurings about a new contract being negotiated at Celtic as well. He's just in such a great place right now, great form, goal scoring form. He's linking up the play, he's holding the ball up so well. He's added so much to his game, even just in the last year or so, and he's very much on the path to the top level. I think we've seen Dembele obviously go through almost the same process, coming to Celtic, doing really well for France internationally with under 21s, and he's went on and got a big move. I don't know how long we're going to be able to hold on to Edouard. Probably not very long in this form. I think if he can keep this up the whole season, we'll have a job to hang on to him next summer. But no doubt that he'll start in this game up top. I think, again, like most of these games before the big European ties, it'd be great if we can get a good lead in the game, a really good start, and then 60-65 minutes we can start to bring off some of the top men, rest them ahead of Thursday's huge game in Rennes. That's the team I've went with. Like the video, comment your own starting 11s in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow us at social media, on Twitter at Celtic Fans TV and on Instagram at Celtic Fans TV. We're going to have some really cool content coming up next week with the trip to Rennes and the game over in France as well. So we'll have a lot of content going out next week, and we'll see you after the game at Hamilton on Saturday. Thank you.